While a great number of authors would love the opportunity of writing a successful series with iconic characters, some find the experience to be restrictive after a while. Sometimes their later works, which they may consider better developed or more representative of themselves, are completely overshadowed by one popular series. Sometimes the characters they create become so overbearing, they no longer wish they existed at all. Here are 3 famous authors who had exactly that problem. 1. Agatha Christie, the best-selling fiction writer of all time. Christie's books have sold over 2 billion copies. And of the 66 detective novels and many short stories she penned, 33 of those novels and over 50 short stories are about the famous sleuth, Hercule Poirot. Although she was initially proud of her creation, as time passed she went on to find him insufferable, famously calling the character a detestable, bombastic, tiresome, egocentric little creep. Fans of her books did not share her view, however, and she continued writing his stories for 30 years after she drafted the manuscript that killed him off, during World War II when she was unsure whether or not she would live to write more books. When the book was published, in 1975, an obituary for the fictional detective was released on the front page of the New York Times. 2. Arthur Conan Doyle. The name Sherlock Holmes is possibly even more known than the name of his creator, Arthur Conan Doyle. The author wrote 4 novels and 56 short stories about the clever detective, and received worldwide fame for the stories. But when Doyle started writing and publishing the historical fiction novels that he found much more important and to his liking, he realized they were largely passed over. He blamed the detective novels for what he viewed as a worse reputation as a writer than he would have liked to have, and disliked being so closely associated with the character. He eventually killed off Holmes in one of his books, but the public outcry was so severe that he brought him back to life a decade later. 3. A. Milne. While Milne himself didn't necessarily hate the book characters Winnie the Pooh or Christopher Robin, his son did, and Milne resented the books. Having been a serious playwright and author, he found himself typecast as a children's writer with the Winnie the Pooh series, and was never able to shake himself free of the image. The effect of the famous books was even worse for Milne's son, Christopher Robin, who was bullied and subjected to overwhelming publicity as a child because of his depiction in the books. For this reason above others, Milne stopped writing the Winnie the Pooh books, unsuccessfully trying to prevent his son from growing up to resent his father's work or his own name. Well, there they are. The 3 writers we know of who got sick of their own characters. Do you know of any others? Tell us in the comments, and follow Capsule Books at Sagebrook for more videos and book releases.